Hey everybody, it's Jordan. I'm here with another art talk after a while. It's nice to be back. I'm really happy to be doing one of these again. Today's theme is going to be readiness, purpose, and growth in the life of an artist and author, or a mangaka, whichever term you want to use. I figured a lot of people following this are aspiring artists and authors like myself. This is going to be focusing on my experience with growing as an artist because I have a lot of experience in that. I won't be touching on career as much. I could talk on early frame career. That's where I am right now. But yeah, I think I'm going to focus more on how to improve and how to keep in the game because that can be the hardest thing, and how to actually serve your characters and your stories with those three things. Today's music selection is Aerith's theme from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Hopefully it doesn't get copy struck, but that is what we're listening to right now. It's a game that really embodies, the ambitious creation process of Square Enix and Tetsuya Nomura, who's the guy behind Kingdom Hearts and things like that. So really inspiring for me right now, and really inspiring to work on. But anyway, let's cut to the chase. I'm not going to talk too much about what I'm working on because I just I don't want to do that. I feel like it just takes me out of it. So what I want to talk about today is the first thing is readiness. So a big thing that I struggle with as an artist, and I think a lot of artists, authors struggle with, is this idea that you have to be in the perfect mood, in the perfect state to start drawing. You're going to start drawing the thing you want to do to the level you want to do it at. I feel that every day, and one of the things I've been really working on now is getting myself, no matter what mood I'm in, to a mood where I can draw with a lot of consistency and energy and good vibes, if that makes sense. So I feel like one thing that my editor Jay told me to do was just draw whatever I want for the first 15 minutes I come to the canvas, and it's really helped. Because I've been really trying to use more references and prepare for sketches more, and that creates a readiness. And sometimes this is a job. Art is a job, so you have to be willing to treat it as such sometimes. You can't lose the joy. I find that there's a 70-30 split. 70% of the stuff I do has to be done, but 30% of that needs to be stuff that I just want to draw, like a portrait. And on the weekends I try to just draw from the hip, so as you can see right now, I'm doing I'm deciding in the next 5 seconds that this is going to be a Lena Pendragon drawing. I didn't even decide until halfway through this, so it's one of those things that this is more of a free drawing, and that's what I mean by readiness. It's this willingness to create in a great state of mind. And sometimes we don't get that, but we have to kind of manufacture it. I used to work in sales, and my sales lead was a really nice guy named Gary, and he used to tell me, some days you're going to have the tech, sometimes you're going to have it naturally, it's just going to flow, and some days you got to roll back on technique. And I think one thing people don't talk about as an artist is how mentally to get yourself into a place where you can create to the best of your ability. And I think that is something that it's different for everybody, but just know you're not alone. If you sit down on the canvas and you're I don't want to do this, I want to draw, but I don't want to go through the process of sucking or on those things. That's the thing for me is I really need sometimes to just practice anatomy. It's something I struggle with for 10 minutes before I start drawing, and then I'll feel better. It's about identifying the cause of what's causing you to feel stressed out and dealing with it, if that makes sense. So, and that kind of ties into the next one is purpose. Why are you drawing the thing that you're drawing at that time? Is it for a mechanical purpose, like character design, or is it to grow? And those things can be really intermeshed, but it's good to set up this is the primary purpose of why I'm drawing this thing. For instance, if I'm trying to study something like anatomy, and I want to use an original design, I'm not going to use a design that I'm still working on. Because I'm going to get caught up on different aspects oh man, this aspect of this design needs to be tweaked, or things like that. Sometimes it can happen out of anatomy. I don't limit myself to it. Sometimes I can come up with a new design thing, but right now I'm working on the antagonist of Grayson. I'm not going to use them for any illustrations right now because I'm still trying to figure out what their draft 2 design is going to be. But Lena and Grayson are both mostly figured out, so Lena and Grayson are fair game. Like right now, like I've clearly, you can see it's Lena now, and I know this design like the back of my hand, so I can practice anatomy. I adjust, I think, the left arm, but that's beyond the point. I am adjusting the jaw right now, which is something me and my editor talk about. But that is like trying to determine what is the purpose of this piece, what is the purpose of what I'm doing. And then there's like the big P purpose, which is like why I do this at all. And you know, you get that from, you know, showing your art to people who care about it. Like my editors and you guys, honestly, shout out to Palm, or Daffy, I think is the name now. Sorry, but that is, yeah, you're awesome, and I think that seeing everybody here, and seeing like people comment more, and it's like 3 of you guys who are just always here, and I think that's so amazing. And that gives me purpose too. And then people in real life who look up to my art, that really helps me. And sharing your art with people like that, the big P purpose. Yeah, I think that can help. And that was a little bit of a messy section, so forgive my rambling. Thanks. It's a little sappy, and you know, but I mean, I do believe it. So you know. Anyway, let's go on to growth. So growth is a really, really tricky subject with an artist, because at the end of the day, your art doesn't have to get any better. I mean, if you have a goal to like work professionally, then yeah, like I do. So I do want to get better. But at the end of the day, it's like I get better both for that, and for myself, and for the idea that mainly that my characters and my story deserve it. And that is the biggest, that is a tricky subject to come across, because at the end of the day, you really don't need to grow as an artist. Like, you don't. Like, it's expression. And that's been, like, helpful for me, that, you know, realizing that I'm electing to grow as an artist is really awesome. Because, I mean, I love even seeing over the last few months to a year where I've been taking this time to really, like, put my full force behind becoming a full-time artist. How much I've grown, the amount of illustrations I can do. People who say to me, like, I can't believe that you can like draw these full like illustrations, and you know, seeing that growth, and that is the most inspiring thing to myself, like in a little bit of an egocentric way, where it's like seeing knowing that I'm choosing to grow, and choosing to grow for a specific purpose, both to see my work to be the best it can be, and to see Grayson be the best it can be, and also to achieve a professional career, and I really want to. And really defining that for growth has really helped a lot, you know, and not putting myself to an unreasonable standard. Like, I'd like to draw like a couple pages of comics a day. Like, I really would like to get to that point. I'm really not there yet. But I'm going to. I firmly believe that. And being honest about that, realizing that I could probably eke out an illustration a day at this point, if I really try. But then I'm going to have to start coming back to the illustrations, like the day after. So it's like, you know, being patient with that. I think I'm about to reach time here. I could talk all day. Newer stuff coming soon. I want to make a really good long-form video. And thank you for being here. Yeah. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Or whatever time it is. See ya.